Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 2 of my lawn renovation. In the first episode, I talked about the importance of performing a soil test before you begin any lawn renovation project. I also broke down my soil test results and the vast amount of work ahead of me to bring my soil up to par. In today's video, I'll be talking about shade and how the lack of sun affects your lawn, and how moss thrives in the shade. Moss only requires these 3 things to survive: shade, acidic soil, and moisture. Be aware that some moss can survive in the sun. So in today's video, I will be going over the first step that I took to eliminate moss growth in my lawn. The first step that I decided to correct was shade. My property has an abundance of trees and branches that block out the sun. I decided to take down 3 trees in the backyard, and I know what you guys think. Oh no, we need to save the trees. I decided to take such a drastic step because the roots are starting to spread to significant parts of the lawn, including my septic tank and septic fields. Most grass types require sun and for grass to grow in a shaded area of your lawn. You will need to use a shade-tolerant grass like tall fescue. The lack of grass in a shady spot is enough for moss to grow in that area of your lawn. Since moss obtains all their nutrients from the air, they don't require anything from the soil. Moss has shallow roots that don't grow into the dirt. It is more of a resting plant where they rest on rocks, soil, tree trunks, etc. Also, that reminds me that the high acidity in the lawn is another cause for moss growth in your yard. In the front yard, we took down 1 tree that was about 15 feet from the house. I'm glad we decided to cut it down because it had a massive carpenter ant's nest in the trunk, so it was a matter of time before the wind would knock it down. Moss also has spores that travel through the air and only need moisture to germinate and mature. Also, it is a very drought-tolerant plant. This means that it doesn't need or require lots of water to thrive. Reason number 2 is that the trees were 80 feet high and they were about 40 feet from the house. So the safety of my family is a top priority for me. I don't know what has been going on with the weather lately, but we have been experiencing severe high winds up by me. Even my neighbor said he has never seen weather like this in the 30 plus years he has lived up here. So as much as I wanted to take down the trees myself, my wife and I decided that it would be safer for me and the house to hire a professional. So we did. The guy came by and took down those trees like nobody's business. Unfortunately for me, I had the aftermath. The lengthy cleanup process of chopping wood and chipping the branches. Some of the tree trunks were huge. It took me several weeks to clean up the yard. The last reason is that my property is sloped. As you guys can see in the video, I have been experiencing lots of erosion and the roots are starting to surface. This is a safety hazard for my family. So the trees had to go, but don't worry, there are plenty of trees around. Although there are a few more trees that are dying of old age around my property, I'm hoping that they survive until the next season. I'm exhausted and it has been a tremendous amount of work. My lower back and my knees are feeling it. I also want to mention that I have enough firewood to last me 6 years. The house will be heated using firewood this upcoming winter, saving me money on electricity. If you guys found this video informative and like the content, please support the channel by hitting the like button and letting the YouTube algorithm show my video on everyone's YouTube feed. Also consider subscribing to my channel to help me get monetized so I can make some of that Lamborghini money. Come back for episode 3 of my lawn renovation process, where I'll be breaking down my property into 1,000 square feet sections to apply lime, reseed, and fertilize. If you stayed until the end, thank you for watching.